Major League Wrestling debuting in Miami at the Scottish Rite Temple. One of the talent on this talented roster, Simon Gotch, here at MLW. Simon, just what's it been like being here, working for MLW, and also debuting here in Miami?
Well, it's been phenomenal. Obviously, I've been fortunate enough to wrestle in Miami several times before. Actually, we met down here before, Jim. Your various viewers might remember the interview we did at Blueprint Pro down there. Maybe it's before Lauderdale, I can't remember. I get hit nuts for a living, I forget things. But MLW obviously is expanding. Started out running shows in Orlando, Florida about this time last year. Since then, run shows in New York, Chicago, and now here in Miami as well, expanding to other areas of Florida. So this company just keeps growing, and it's awesome to be on the ground floor and get to be a part of it.
And you could see Simon and MLW on Friday nights at 8 o'clock on beIN Sports. Simon,
it's a network most people don't know they have. If you check your sports package, you'd be shocked how many people actually have beIN. And if you do not have beIN, you can actually go to MLW's YouTube channel. Every Saturday morning, these shows are posted. Well, technically, it's every Saturday evening, 6:05, which should have some special meaning to you if you grew up maybe with the month of sheep.
So Simon, working with Tom Lawlor, Filthy Tom Lawlor, and you train with him as well, correct?
I do not. No.
You do not train with him?
I actually train at the facility he used to be part owner in, which is the Jungle in Orlando. But Tom and I have wrestled a couple times on the West Coast, oddly enough, for a group called Prestige Wrestling. Those matches are available on Powerbomb TV. And yeah, I've always had really good chemistry with Tom. Was fortunate enough to get to work with him here in MLW. And I mean, he's just a horrifically underrated talent, honestly. I feel like a lot of people sort of sleep on Tom, and hopefully now that...
Why do you think that is?
I think because Tom was still with UFC for quite a while into his more recent pro wrestling run, whereas Matt Riddle had already been removed from the UFC, and I think Riddle had so much more publicity because of that. And I mean, as he said, he's like the only guy ever get fired on a 4-fight win streak. So I think Riddle had a little bit more attention because of that. But a lot of people don't realize how good Tom is, and he's had some great matches with Walter last year at Matt Riddle's Bloodsport event that was put on by GCW, as well as AIW over in Ohio. He's had some great matches here, obviously. Guys like Shane Strickland, Sami Callihan, Low Key coming up actually in a few months. I mean, really, Tom is a tremendously underrated talent, and I'm glad that people are finally starting to wake up and realize that he is as good as he is.
Does it surprise you, Simon, that we're seeing so much transition from MMA to pro wrestling, and even a little bit pro wrestlers trying MMA?
I think it goes better with MMA fighters going into pro wrestling. The issue is that when you go into MMA, you have to consider that the guys you're working with, because a lot of the techniques you learn in pro wrestling don't necessarily translate in the style you've learned them into MMA, whereas the converse is true. If you've learned MMA, if you've learned MMA, you basically can do pro wrestling. It's just don't kill the guy with it. I've more than once I've worked with some people who have amateur wrestling backgrounds or MMA backgrounds, and they don't know what to do, and they'll be like, "Well, can you take me down?" "Yeah." "Okay, just don't kill me." And that's kind of all you have to tell them when they realize it's...
And it's simple as that, really.
And that's how pro wrestling started. Original pro wrestling was legitimate contests with a predetermined finish. It was, we agreed that you were going to beat me at this point in time, and we go until that point. And we're at a point now where pro wrestling is become more of a show, but you can interject that level of reality back into it, and having MMA fighters compete really does allow that.
All right. Thank you so much for the time. And we're running out of time, but I want to say this. What shirt do we have on today?
Oh, this is Men of Science. It is Professor Hubert J. Farnsworth, Rick Sanchez, and Krieger, Dr. Krieger from Archer.
Simon, thank you as always.